Chosen ones, listen up, man. Truth is, right now, you probably got some haters in your life. You probably got more haters in your life than you ever expected. You probably got some people that they don't like to see you walking around. They don't like to see you smiling. They don't like to see you eating. They don't like to see you having a life that they want to have or that they think they deserve. You dig what I'm saying? See, a lot of the chosen ones, you just walk around thinking that everybody think like you think everybody feel like you. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is not that. The truth is a lot of people, they watch everything you do. They care about everything you do. They focus on everything you do. Even when you living rent free in a couple people's heads. Like, you living rent free in a couple people's heads. You living rent free in a couple people's heads. There's people out here, chosen ones. They literally feel better when they trigger you. They literally feel better when they see you. You really make them mad because you're not bothered. That's what really gets them mad. Like, they're okay with you being mad. They're okay with you being aggravated. They're okay with you because they don't want to see you here, which is neutral, calm, cool, collected. You make them so mad when you like this, and you make them mad when you're up here. But I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people would rather you to win than to be right here. Because when you're just like, see, what it is you make struggling look like, you make it look cool or like you okay with it. Like you make life look easy when a lot of people, they don't think life is easy. So you are the cognitive dissonance. You know what I'm saying? You represent something to them. You simply make people mad. You simply make people mad. And so when they see you, they feel like they failed. They feel like a failure because they're like, man, this chosen one, I didn't finish them. This person is still cool, calm, collected. When they see you and you look like you're okay, and you look like life is okay, and you feel like life is still worth living, then that sends a signal or a message to them that they have not done enough. They have not made you hate life enough. They have not made your life their life. They have not made you look at or see life through the lens that they see it through. See, life is all about manipulation and propaganda. So if I don't like my life or I'm discontent with where things are at, which most people are, then I have to get you to feel or think and see through my lens so that you stop doing whatever it is you're doing that's making me feel this way. Which, like I said, for you chosen ones, is just waking up in the morning. It just, see, we the type of people, chosen ones, we don't even gotta smile. People can tell that on an internal level we're smiling. Like, I don't even gotta smile. Just when I get around low energy, they know they can't fuck with me. They know they can't, because we not the same. And that's what's happening in this world. Like, we live in a society where it's all about mixing people together and different races, different cultures. Everybody gotta eat from the same pot and fake a smile, right? go to the same schools together, go to the same this, go to the same that. But really, deep down, people really ain't feeling you. You know what I'm saying? Like we had Chinese food in every neighborhood, but them Chinese people was fake as fuck to us, bro. Like, not saying all of y'all, not saying every Chinese person, but I'm saying like they fed us, but it was all about the money. You did what I'm saying? It was strictly business, but a lot of young people would look at these people and think like, oh dang, you know, like when you young, you ignorant, so you don't see, like, you're not looking at it like this. But I'm saying when you grow older, I used to pick up on little stuff when I was young, like, bro, why are we eating from different people, like? But it's like, bro, like, not even it's not really racist, you feel me? It's just having a standard and realizing that you're different. That's it. Like, that's what all this is about. Like, people think that if they get you mad, that they can confuse you. You know what I'm saying? They can confuse you. They can bring you down. They think they have a better chance of bringing you down if they can slight you or, you know, do something to you. Because some people look untouchable, and I think that the chosen ones look untouchable. I think it's something about us that it bothers people. You know what I'm saying? And so this is why a lot of times people try to bring you down. It ain't even really nothing like you don't fit in, really. And so, like, they're used to, a lot of people, they try to bully whoever it is that don't really fit in. But, like, the thing about you chosen ones is that you don't fit in, but you still shining. You don't fit in, but you still shining. You still throw on clothes that you don't even got everything, but you still look nice. You still know how to look nice. You just stand out amongst the crowd. And I know y'all haven't heard that lately. I don't know who need to hear this, but y'all haven't heard this lately. Because you so busy around these people who don't even feel like they deserve to be around you. Like, they'll make it look like you're the one beneath them, because that's all they know how to do. They don't know how to be real charitable and real, you know, think about it like this. You can't pour from an empty cup. So stop expecting people to tell you look nice. Stop expecting people to give you good energy when they don't really got a good bone in their body. There's nothing good about these people, but yeah, you're looking, see, because what it is it's the blind leading the blind. It go back to what I was talking about yesterday with the Matrix and being raised by feminine people. Like, not saying women are bad, but they're not necessarily fit to raise. Some are better than others at this, but I'm just saying, like, as a gender, they're not really, God didn't even design it to be that way, you know. So if you look at the Bible, it shows you that most people are damned or led off a cliff or in the wrong direction based on what's going on. So it's like, people get mad when they see you trying to do better, because remember, trying to do better represents and symbolizes to them that they're not good enough. That's all it is. Don't look no deeper than what I'm telling you right now. Because when you look deeper, your mind will start looking for different answers to justify it. And it's not justifiable, because what they're doing is really, technically, it's like an unwritten law. You know, it should be criminal to think this way, but a lot of people are going to think this way habitually regardless. And what it is it's just hating. It's just really just hating. Like, chosen ones got haters, like, and I made a video the other day about haters and us not knowing how many people hating on you. And when I said that, I think that video went over both my head and probably a lot of other people's head who watched the video. But the hate is like longer, like, than you think. Like, it goes like history and a lot of others. Like, people got hate in their DNA for certain people because they think they deserve something and you don't deserve it. It's just that simple. Like, this is a worldwide thing. You know what I'm saying? It go back to even school. If you were the one with the girl and this person didn't have the girl, and or you always always get money somehow. You always know how to get money, and this person just don't know how to get no money. It go to that. It go to every little detail that got to do with, I don't know. It's all about insecurity. The chosen ones make a lot of people feel insecurity. They can't just watch you or see you and just go bypass it and just be like, oh well, I don't know. It ain't none of my business. When they see you, they feel like you draw a lot of attention. They feel like you draw a lot of attention, and that to them is a sign of like weakness and strength all at the same time. Because you know in nature, anything that draw a lot of attention could also draw the wrong attention to it at the same time. So they really confused when they see you. They're like, is this person a fool, or is they like supposed to be this next big thing or something? Like, you know, they're kind of thrown off by just looking at you, because you look different. You look different. You feel different. You are different. Like, everything about the chosen ones is so unique that it really breaks the algorithm in the mental. They're used to seeing either basic or superstar. Basic or superstar. But what it is about the chosen ones is you're just you. You're unapologetically who you are. So you actually the only person who confused some of these people some people way older than you, and they've been around the block a million times, and they like, who's this new guy on the block? And he think he just, and I'm telling you, like, who's this new chosen one? Who's this new girl on the block? Whoever you are, like, but it's like, you confuse a lot of people, because why won't he give up? Why won't the chosen one stop? Why won't they stop making these stupid videos? Why won't they just try to fit in? Why won't they submit? You know what I'm saying? So here and there, periodically, family, you will get hit with random acts of hatred, you know, random acts of kindness as well. That kindness, right? Quotation mark, random acts of kindness. But if you're anything like me, you always realize that even the acts of kindness is not really kind at all. It's probably more detrimental than the actual overt mean person. At least the overt mean person is going to run you away from them, and you're going to be like, I'm not even going to go around this person. It's the people who are fake. They smile in your face. They shake your hand if need be. They act like they like you, and they turn the nose up when they turn the other cheek. They act like it ain't nothing, don't nothing bother them. But when they go wherever they go, you're living rent free in their mind. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. You living rent free in their mind. Everything, they don't agree with your lifestyle. They don't like the way you dress, probably. They don't like the way you talk. It's a lot of people out here, they just ain't feeling you. And that makes them say to you, like, that makes them say to themselves, like, why can't I manipulate somebody I don't like? You make them feel powerless. You make people you make people who should, you bring out the worst in people. You make them feel like they're weak. And then they associate you with a negative emotion, which is weakness. I'm not gonna make it seem like the chosen ones are perfect people, because I got flaws. And I think I'm just getting to the age where I'm addressing a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? I'm addressing some of the ones that's gonna make me actually more likable, to be honest, more of a likable person. But see, it's people, chosen ones, who knew you when you was probably 14, 15, 16. They knew you when you was a young lad or a young woman. And they still associating those primal. They're thinking about the past. and they're thinking of you in a certain way where it's like, okay, this person is an asshole, but they don't know the growth and development. They don't know the development. They don't know where you've came from and who you are today is two different people. And even if and some people, let me tell you something, some people, even if they realize that you're a new person, they'll still try to get you to do something that tear you down. Because that's just the way the world works. They really don't want to see you become a better person either. It's about pure domination, like 100% domination, meaning like, even if I see that you're a better person, I still wish it was me instead. And not only do I wish it was me, but I wish this person was out the way so I could just do it and feel like I'm the only one on earth who can do it. Pure narcissism. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, chosen ones, you forget who you're around because you don't pay attention to people that much. You don't really even care about the people. Like, that's the funny part. Like, but that makes them even madder because then it gets to a point of ridiculousness where you're just almost seem like you're throwing stuff in their face almost. Like they gonna start to think that you're purposely doing things to them. They're gonna start hallucinating. The funniest thing about it, family, you're not even focused. Like, you don't even see, when someone's a narcissist, they already think that everything is about them. But they're not gonna they're not gonna pronounce that, but they're gonna live that way. And because they live that lie or that way, which is a lie is also a certain type of way, then what's gonna happen is they're gonna develop hate for people who don't treat them like a king or a queen. Like, that's what it is with the chosen ones. Like, y'all make people feel like dirt that think that they're actually royalty. And you don't try to, which is even worse. So it's like, no, it's actually better because they hate anybody who don't make them feel good. But the person who deliberately takes the time out of their day to try to make people feel low, that's the person who they typically go argue with, or because that's all they could get. That's all their negative ass could get. They can only get the person who is making time for them. But the person who finds ways to avoid conflict and just stay on their path, that's the person who they hate the most. But it's like they really don't see no avenue or no way to clash with that person, because that person is wise enough to not, deal with that. Basically, you have a standard, whether you think that or not. You have a standard, and the crazy part about it is most of y'all who don't got one should create one, which says I'm not going to entertain things that are beneath me. Not saying the people are beneath you, but just saying, like, and that's possible too sometimes in life, bro. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat this video just to make people feel good, bro. Like, some people beneath you, bro. It is what it is. You're beneath presidents and kings and other people too in society. But you don't see us, you don't see us trying to be them. I do call myself a king, but I don't necessarily mean I'm I'm not like physically that yet. More of a mentality. But I'm honest enough to know that I'm not the actual prince of America or something. Like, and that's when people, you ruin people's fantasies, chosen ones. You ruin, because they want to feel like, man, like, I'm him. Or I'm her. They want to feel like they're really, you come around and they're like, I can't even think I'm that around this person. And I'm just starting to realize this about myself, chosen ones. Like, it's been people who I was trying to figure out in my past, like, why it seem like this person is steady trying to, like I'll hang with somebody and this person will be kind of like talking shit in a way where I'm like, are are we cool or not? Like, what is like? It's like you get around me, like it's like you dick. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm about to say like they, you know the word deride, like they blow your phone up or whatever to get around you, and then when you finally let them around you, they do something to trigger you, make you mad, because they felt like they wanted to be around you, but when they got around you, they realized that this person isn't really fun to be around. And I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying like you're different. That doesn't mean you couldn't have been more personable or something like that, or had some more social savvy skills to you. Of course you could have. But see, what you don't realize, family, is that when you're see, the thing about life is when you're being yourself, you don't need social skills. You don't need a lot of the stuff that I talk about on this channel. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like social skills will make you have more options of people to choose from. But it's all about, because this the thing, you're hanging with people who aren't they're not your type of people. That's what it really is. Like your tribe, like this is why my channel is more about growth and development, because you have to grow into your true self. You have to grow in such a way where the bad leaves fall off on their own, because they don't fit with the program that they don't fit in. A lot of times that's what it is. Like people don't fit in with you, you don't fit in with people, like whatever way you want to put it, but y'all not meant for each other. So it's like when they throw shade at you, instead of you taking it as disrespect, because a lot of time people wish they could disrespect you. They really can't disrespect you. They just showing you their true colors. That's it. They're showing you their true colors, and the fact that they're disappointed that they can't manipulate the situation at all. And they know that their worst fear is that you know that y'all are not the same. So they think they can cover up you not knowing that y'all not the same by argument or debate or throwing up, like that's why I say like people will be dying to get near you, and then when they're finally near you, they'll do something pitiful. Because doing something pitiful feels more, I might get more lucky if I make things dark versus just make things seem like it's okay and we're all good and all that stuff. If they get around you and they make it seem like it's okay, everything's just good, like I said, you gotta watch that too, because they're two-faced. They don't really like you, and I'm just being honest in this video. Like a lot of people, man, they two-faced, they fake. They're fake. They don't like to see you happy, bro. Like that's what it is, bro. A lot of people, and I don't know who need to hear this video, bro, but a lot of people don't want to see you happy, bro. And it's more people than you think. And what it is that society conditions you to hang around people that you really don't see. If you were raised the right way, chosen ones, and I'm not even being funny. If you were raised the right way, you would be able to spot something you shouldn't go around from the very get-go. And so you would have never even accepted bullshit, not once. And the second you accepted it, you would have been like a kid who touched a hot stove. You would be like, I'm not going back around that shit. You feel me? But when you're not raised the right way, and this is why I brought it to the Matrix yesterday and talk about who you're raised by and all that stuff, because you're not built to recognize bullshit and get away from it quick enough. So when you start to mature, family, you're going to have haters coming out of the woodworks, people who feel very uncomfortable around you because they don't think they deserve to be around you. But as long as you are not activists about that, then what they're going to do? They're going to dwell wherever they feel like they could dwell at, because that's what people do. They just dwell wherever they feel like, okay, well, I'm accepted here. And it's like, well, not really, but, you're just not, being checked on it. Like, but when you become a true body of God and a body of armor of God, and you become an honest person, because that's what really life is all about, is honesty. But when you be honest, like, bro, like, I don't like you, I don't want to be around you, these things like that. You might break a couple people, hearts damn near, but truth is, bro, like, respect is earned, not given. So it's like to be honest, bro, like, you gotta be honest. Like, that's what it be a lot of times. Like, as long as you don't set boundaries and don't set clear, concise boundaries on like where people stand, they're gonna try to get away with whatever they get. Because there's no rule that says you have to like somebody. Like, there's no rule that say it, but they know it's no rule. So like I said, they'll make it more negative. They'll make it, every interaction with you, more negative, because they think if I make it negative, this person not going to do anything, because you're a positive person by nature. So if I turn it negative, then they're not going to even know how to. They're going to think you're a nice person. Like, they think you have a good nature to you. So it's like, if I turn it negative, this person's going to be so much in uncharted territory that they're not even going to know how to address me at all, because I'm turning it negative. This is why when people try to get rid of narcissists or kick them out or something, they start arguing with you or confusing the situation, because they're trying to make the territory bad in general. See, if I can't control a person, I got to make the whole arena catch on fire, because I'm the devil. If I'm the devil, I got to make the whole interaction fiery. Because if the whole interaction is fiery, then you're going to get either scared, mad, or in your emotions, something's going to happen to where you don't address the situation head on. So that's basically what they do, man. A lot of manipulation, a lot of little catty, little scheming, little maneuvers. It's just real weird energy. You know what I'm saying? So just remember, bro, like, it ain't that you better than nobody or nothing, but you just different, bro. Like, they're different. Everybody's different, bro. And see, the thing they want to do, they want to make you a statistic. So, like, that's really where the battle is right there. Like, you can't be different and be a statistic. Like, see what I'm saying? So that's where most people get stuck right there. It's like, you got the fair chosen ones of fitting in, but you also got the fair standing out. So then a lot of times you just get stagnation and don't do nothing. You just don't do anything. But it's not about that. It's about just do whatever it is that comes in your mind to do. Because it's either you're letting people control you or you're not. Basically. So it's more of it's more of people trying to control you based on them thinking that they can do it. And you can't even get mad that they think they can do it. You just gotta you ever heard the quote, don't get bitter, get better? Don't get bitter, just get better. You see someone throwing rocks at your castle or throwing stones at you, trying to trigger you, make you mad. Bro, just do better. Just do better. Let them, bro. I've been here before. That's why I know what I'm talking about. I've been here before. Yeah, I got a lighter. I don't smoke, but I've been here before. I've been here before, where people are trying to get me mad. And see, what the chosen ones gotta realize, bro, you're a rare breed. Period. You're not like everybody else. So if the whole world was to turn against you, you still have to stand on that. You have to stand on your square, bro. You have to be one way. You can't, because the dibbling and dabbling gives what? Power to who? It gives power to Satan. They don't like your strength and they don't want you to think you're better than them. But them having that thought is the problem in the beginning, because that's an assumption that you're making that was going to make an ass out of me and you. But in all reality, they need to develop coping skills. See, you could go to therapy, family, but you can't make everybody else drink that water. You can't make everybody else go to therapy. This is why most people probably don't even go. Because they know if they go, they're going to have to be so removed from everybody that they're not going to be the same person whatsoever. They're going to be so, and that's what you really want. That's what most people should want. You might feel lonely this day, that day, but who cares? It's not, just do it, right? Because these people hate you. Chosen ones, like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know if you resonated with this video. But just know, man, like, you don't fit in with everybody. Everybody not for you, you're not for everybody. You know, and your tribe is waiting for you, but you have to prove that you're worthy of more in life than what you've been settling for. Yeah, a lot of people, they watch you, they know that you next up. They know that you got potential to be the best thing out. So what they do is they put booby traps all around all the time. Every argument, every debate, every snicker, every joke, you got people out here really mad at you because why isn't this person just trying to be average? Basically, that's what they think. Why is this person trying to be average? They can control average people. They can't control rare-breeded people. They can't control something that they never... in order for them to control you, they got to bring you down to eyesight so they can see what it is that they need to do from that point to take things further and further. But if you just be unique and live in that uniqueness, you're going to trigger a lot of people going to be heated because they can't control what they have no clue, no blueprint. They have no blueprint. They have no blueprint on self-esteem. If you don't got self-esteem, and I do got all of the self-esteem, then really I should be telling you what to do. And they know that. So what a lot of insecure people will do is they will switch the roles. This is the funniest thing, they will switch the roles in your face. I see a God in front of me, but I don't think I measure up. So the only way I could prove it without telling them they're a God, I have to act like I'm the God, and that's what they do. And then when they act like they're the God, if you're a sucker and don't see what they're doing, you just give your power away and don't even think twice about it. Why can't you be in control? Why can't you be the Don and all this good stuff? Why can't you be whatever it is that you're trying to be in life? Why they gotta be it? Just because they don't want you. They're motivated by not letting you do it. That's the only motivation they got, is to stop somebody else. That's a weak motivation. Your motivation is to be the best version of yourself. Their motivation is to stop you so that they don't feel stupid. Ugh. We don't care about stopping other people so we don't look stupid. We just want to be better for ourselves. That's it. So they'll throw a distraction in, because what does the distraction do? The distraction makes you focus more on them. Now they're living rent-free in your head. And when they're living rent-free in your head, guess what? You're not as focused, you're not as motivated, you're not as strong, you're not as positive, you're not as proactive, you're not all these good things on the chart that you're missing because you're not in alignment with it, because your mind keeps going, ooh, but why did they treat me like that? Ooh, but what if next time I see them, they treat me like that again? Ooh, maybe I should have checked that person because that person just tried to treat me. Ooh, and your mind keeps looping back to them, and so they do that on purpose. They literally plot on the destruction of the people. I call them social predators. Any chosen ones, what is a social predator? Anybody who you cross paths with, that when you leave their presence, your mind is on a loop. It's a broken record. It keeps going around and around, and you keep thinking about them because you know that they did something that was worth checking or stopping but see, the thing is, the reason why they're cleverly doing that is because even if you check them, they're going to act like they don't know what you're talking about, or they're going to try to flip it or act innocent, or go run into this person and go talk about how you were always finding a problem with everything. So they're social predators. Because every time you cross paths with them, guess what? They're going to be a predator about it. They're not just going to sit there and let you become the best version of yourself. See, growth could happen like this too. See, they show you that little graph where they say growth happens like this. It do, but it could also go like this. If your environment is a good environment, it could go straight up like this. But you take that same person who got potential to go up, put them around a bunch of freaking losers. And what happens is them losers prey on, like, you ever seen hyenas attack a lion? And they go in a circle. They go in a circle around the lion until that lion loses its energy and comes down. And I promise you, that's what it seemed like be going on in households and families. They literally do that, bro. They literally circle around you like the Animal Planet channel, and they talk in this way where you don't got a word in edgewise. You don't got no voice. Because your voice is the most powerful one, so they gotta silence it. By what? Talking to each other in front of you, and then talking to this person, and then they all on the same page, but then you the only one who don't, you're not in on it because we really trying to destroy you, like. So it's like, you just gotta watch these people. There's predators, bro, social predators. And it's not just one person, they do it in groups. So it's like, groups of people, they love to make you feel isolated on the terms of, we're on the same page, what's wrong with him? I don't have people do this before, bro. I see this shit all the time, especially amongst a lot of women do this shit all the time. Like, they like to make guys feel isolated because then we can manipulate the guy. The more powerful you, the stronger, I've been seeing this shit since young. I ain't gonna lie, since childhood. Not even just with women though, like other guys be doing this shit too. Like, if you're the nigga with the most confidence, and I don't mean to use the N-word, but if you're the person with the most confidence, or you feel got the most self-esteem in the group, you better watch out. You better be careful, because they not gonna like it, bro. Not gonna like it. They gotta find a way to make you not feel that way no more. Period. Cause your self-esteem ain't fair. It's like a cheat code. It's like, why does this person feel like this about themselves? And like a cheat code. It's like they automatically repelled away from that. They gotta bring you down. And it's like, this is why you gotta learn how to protect your energy from the spiritual predators. You gotta learn how to protect your energy. I'm about to end this video right now, but you gotta protect your energy, man. Cause bro, just realize, a lot of people, this is the best way you can protect your energy, by realizing this. A lot of people they're not gonna like me, period. And just accept that. Like, a lot of people, bro, it ain't nothing I could do. I could be as nice as I wanna be. They're only gonna see it as fake and see it as kissing their ass, because they already spotted my true colors, which is confidence, self-esteem, maybe a little bit of arrogance or whatever it comes across as, but they don't like it. And because they don't like it, right, I'm not going to sit around and make it a thing, right, that they don't like it. Basically, I'm not going to sit around and make it a thing, Because the more you make it a thing, the more it's like, oh, well, we got his attention, so let's jump on that. It's like, nah, man. Like, again, if two people agree that you're the crazy one, then just separate yourself and just go be crazy alone. And I know that shit sounds hard, and how can I do that? And a lot of people feel like I don't like being alone, and that's kind of like unfortunate. I don't like being alone either from the first thought of it, but then when I really spend time alone, it's like fasting. Like I don't like going long times without eating food, but then it's like you kind of develop coping skills. You know, if people don't like you, get away from them, bro. Like even if that shit feel like it's killing you, bro, just figure it out, bro. I could give people advice on IG how to do this shit, but I think I got better at it. I know I got better at it. Just being, you know, because, bro, sometimes, bro, you can't be royalty. Let me tell y'all something. You can't claim to be royalty or high value or special or anything of that nature if you got any neediness in your body, if you got any codependency in your body, if you need validation at all. I told y'all in the video yesterday, seeking validation is what destroys everybody. You can't seek validation. Kings and people who are important in life, they never seek validation, because validation is what the feminine raised you to be. Validation is not a man's trait. A man does not seek validation. Validation seekers die. Like Tupac said, they die a million deaths. But a real man only die once. Like, you know, a coward dies a million deaths. Like, what makes you a coward is that you need people to validate whatever it is that you are and what you care about and what you're into. People will respect you way more when you don't give a fuck. You don't care what they think. You don't care what they think. When you don't care what they think, they might not like you, but they will not overstep the boundary because they know that they're out of bounds. They know that they know that they're not in there. They're extending too far to come mess with you. You dig what I'm saying? So that's another thing. It's another thing too, man. Validation. I find myself backtracking to that all the time. I find myself going back to wanting validation all of the time. Because I was raised on those terms where my mother would, you know, you had to, if you're a kid, you need validation. You need validation to know that you're not doing something bad or wrong or something like that. But when you're over 25, over 20, all validation has to die off for you to have those next 30, 40 years peacefully. If you don't kill off that validation factor, your next 30 to 40 years, if you live that long, because you will be under a lot of stress if you need people to agree with everything you do and say and feel, then you're not going to be happy, bro, because it's going to always be somebody that don't agree with what you're doing. You go into the store, you pick up lamb chops instead of chicken breasts. Whoever you're with at the time may be like, why you pick that up? I thought we came here to get this. It's like, they might be right? We did come here to just grab that. But explaining myself isn't a part of the, you know, terms and agreements. Like, now if I love you and I know you're a nice person, then yeah, I explain myself. We can talk because I trust the fact that you're not just doing this just to pull my leg or anything crazy. But man, life is all about trust. If I see that's a pattern of you being ignorant and just trying to get an argument or a debate, and I don't learn from it, bro, then it's my fault. Because I don't trust you in that specific area, but I still keep following you off that ledge. Instead of arguing with that person, I would just look at them and begin to ignore until they go away. I let them argue with themselves until they go away. There's a solution for every problem. It's just, do you really want to stand on the solution, or are you doubting the solution that you come up with? Because if you doubt the solution you come up with, they can get you to argue back again. They don't want to run into a brick wall over and over again. I'll tell you that. Beat a brick wall. Because once you let a person hook you emotionally, like a fish, they hooked you. Meaning, you're going to respond to the stuff about me that I don't even really care if you really even responded at all. That's when they know they got you. When they could just say something stupid like, why'd you pick that up? And you're like, well, I picked that up because I feel like sometimes I like to eat this. And then they're like, oh, this person's explaining themselves, so then they must not be confident. Because if you really got confidence or self-esteem, then nobody could question it because it's not really a question. It's not really nobody can do it because it just is what it is. It's not really, it's hard to penetrate because it's just unexplainable. I'm not gonna explain myself. That's what high value people do. That's what high confident kings and them people, they cut people's heads off. They don't care. Like that been a part of since ages ago. They don't explain themselves. They just move on the thing. The same way an animal just move on it. If you catch a cheetah eating an animal and you love that animal that's being eaten and you try to argue with the cheetah gonna look at you like, what you looking at? While you're sitting there trying to argue, it's going, what you looking at? I'm supposed to do this. And it's gonna think for one split second, you might taste more like chicken than this. I don't know. Then it's gonna go back to eating whatever it's eating. You're gonna be like, damn, it is a cheetah, so you know what I'm saying, it is a fucking cheetah. So and that's kind of the arrogance you have to have in life is you can't call yourself a king, you can't call yourself a lion, even though I'm a Leo. You can't call yourself these things that are beautiful or dominant or whatever you want to call it. But you care what people think. It's like, okay, you're way up on this mountain, climbing this mountain, and you're being a masculine, stoic god for once in your life, and then your mom calls you and tells you something that you don't want to hear, and then you start complaining, Mom. You go back from you up here, and you go all the way back down just to that little bitch. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, pick your character. Which one? Do you want to be the guy on the mountain, or do you want to be the guy who can't, figure life out? And the choice is always ours, even though it's a lot of things going against us. That doesn't mean that we can't do it. It just means that you have to actually understand the game of life more, basically. I think too often we feel defeated versus just understanding that there is a way. Maybe I might need to get coaching. Maybe I might need to do this, that, and the third. Now I'm going too deep, but listen, family. People will try to pull you down. And if you don't have if you haven't matured in this game of life yet, you will not see it as is. Unfortunately, when you're you don't have a father or people who could teach you what's happening in the situation, you have to go with what you think. And that means just a lot of room for error, but you have to understand that to trust what you see, you know what I'm saying? And sit down after something happens and maybe journal about it or just figure it out. Everything don't come to you all at the same time. You may have to sit down and ruminate on it, and then you come up with, because they might feel like this about that, and this about that, and this about that. Now I finally could see it a little bit more pronounced why they might behave that way. Not to say that I that I care. It's just to say that if I'm in the wrong in any fashion, I must figure out where I went wrong, because my growth is sacrificed otherwise. If I don't see what I did wrong, because most people who don't like you aren't going to tell you you're wrong. They're going to tell you you're wrong when you're right, but they're not going to tell you you're wrong when you're wrong. They're just going to leave you to be wrong forever because they don't like you. So you have to actually be the person to go back and look over in your mind like, oh, okay, well, I did step on their toes and I did do this. And so maybe that's why they were in that mood. And sometimes you got to be the bigger person to people who are should be that or shouldn't. Sometimes you have to, even if they wronged you, but you still have to be right again. You see what I'm saying? So I'm about to end this video on that note, because like, we speak a different type of language. You understand what I'm saying? You can't fight fire with fire. That's kind of what this video was really highlighting, if you ask me. Like, you can't fight fire with fire, so you gotta just keep shining. You gotta keep shining, bro. That's how you really defeat what's trying to defeat you. You can't defeat it by going head up with it, arguing with it, debating it. So like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna see you on the next video. It's your boy Will. This is an hour video. See you on the next video, man.